We've been talking about pregnant women contracting COVID, pregnant women. Just heard that heart-rending story of Mr. Chawla, who lost his pregnant wife to COVID. She was a doctor. We've had a lot of questions coming in from our viewers on how to deal with pregnancy in the midst of this deadly second wave. And to answer some of those questions, we have Dr. Lavleena Nadir, a senior gynecologist from the Fortis La Femme Hospital. We also have Dr. Ravi Malik, the CMD of Redix Hospitals, who's also a pediatrician. Thank you, doctors, very much for joining us. I want to begin by asking you a whole host of questions that have been sent out by our viewers. We've teased this show online and we've collated some of the questions. If I can begin with you, Dr. Nadir, pregnant women are more prone to COVID in the second wave, is that correct?
Seeing that the second wave has been deadly, and in the late second trimester and third trimester, we are seeing a lot of complications, and sometimes women are needing hospitalization, ICU care, and even ventilation.
Right. And Dr. Malik, is COVID-19 proving to be more deadly for pregnant women? And what about, what about the child in the womb?
Look, number one, vast majority of pregnant patients, they present as asymptomatic or mildly symptomatic cases. But having said that, obviously the complications, especially the respiratory complications or development of severe disease or landing up in ICUs and on ventilators, the chances are definitely more than a non-pregnant female. Here I would like to mention one more pertinent thing, that is the pregnant women who have heart disease or who have other morbidities like diabetes, maybe hypertension, maybe preeclampsia and other complications or anemia, they are at more risk even than the normal pregnant woman. As far as the baby is concerned, there has been some studies which suggest that preterm labor can occur in a patient of COVID.
Right.
And the complications of intrapartum and postpartum, the complications are much more as compared to a normal pregnancy.
So you're saying that even within pregnant women, there is a category of those with comorbidities vis-a-vis the healthier women. Dr. Nadir, should planned pregnancies be delayed due to COVID?
Yeah, because you see, we don't know the exact variant and how it is affecting. So yes, if we can postpone, because as he said, there are some people have mild symptoms, but people who get, then they're more prone to more complications, as compared to non-pregnant people. And we are seeing more higher cesarean rates. We are seeing more preterm deliveries. And, we just heard heart-wrenching story of Mr. Chawla. We have seen few IUDs. So yes, this variant strain is behaving strangely.
All right. Should lactating mothers and pregnant women be vaccinated? Dr. Nadir, this is one of the most commonly asked questions on social media right now.
Right. So Government of India and ICMR does not recommend vaccination during pregnancy and lactation because we don't have, the trials have not been done with Covaxin and Covishield. Of course, Moderna and Pfizer have done a trial on 94,000 women, on pregnant women, women with comorbidities and other women health workers. And they have, recommended this vaccine, but it is not available in India because we don't have trials, and same goes for children. Although Pfizer vaccine has been, now approved for children between 12 to 18, but that is only for Pfizer, which is not available in India right now.
Couple of allied questions. Can pregnant women get vaccinated in the early weeks? If they choose to ignore what the current advisory in India is and decide to go and get the vaccine, Dr. Nadir, what happens?
No, it is not recommended at all. In any phase of pregnancy, it is not recommended to take COVID vaccination.
All right. Not until we have the proper trials conducted in India and a guideline specific to India.
Absolutely.
Can women planning pregnancy get themselves vaccinated, Dr. Nadir?
Yes, they can. But if somebody has already been infected with COVID, then they have to wait 3 months before they should go in for COVID vaccination.
Okay. Are steroids safe for use during pregnancy? And if I can take this to Dr. Malik, how does this impact, the child?
Steroids are absolutely safe. We need to give steroids in case the patient lands up in moderate disease. Since I run a COVID hospital, so we have admitted many pregnant females, those who had COVID, and steroids are absolutely safe. In fact, they are life-saving, but they should be only given to the patients who have landed up in moderate disease or in severe disease, not otherwise. The mild cases, they don't need steroids. Secondly, one more thing is there that Pfizer vaccine is right now recommended and is being given to pregnant females in USA. CDC has conducted safe studies, and mRNA vaccine is recommended. And I wish that government should take some of these vaccines so that we can vaccinate our pregnant females also. You know, pregnancy is an altered state. Your immune system is altered. Your thromboembolic complications, the thromboembolic system is also altered. And to some extent, your respiratory system is also compromised.
Okay.
So these females are likely to land up in ICU complications going on to ventilators and this thing.
Right.
So I think they should plan out pregnancy, especially in the wake of the peak of second wave, which is affecting more
Yes.
younger population, and they should also plan out for vaccination. So they should get vaccination.
Yes.
And if they have an urgency to get pregnant, then after vaccination, they can go and take
Okay, so after both
they
your
can get
doses of
pregnant.
vaccination, you can in fact go for a planned pregnancy. What about drugs like Fabiflu, Ivermectin, many drugs that are being prescribed for mild COVID? Are they safe for pregnant women, Dr. Malik?
Look, most of the drugs are safe for pregnant women. Here, I will like to tell you that ICMR has taken out detailed guidelines. In fact, even CT scan, if required, it should be done. Because, COVID is a life-threatening illness. So whatever is required to be done, we need to do that. So by and large, if I tell you, remdesivir is a very weak drug. It is not a magic bullet for that matter. It is not going to decrease the mortality. So remdesivir, we can still consider in females. The mainstay in COVID treatment is oxygen and steroids. And both of them are absolutely safe. They can be given to the lady.
This is a very important clarification. Dr. Nadir, do you want to come in here as well? X-rays and CT scans, both safe for pregnant women?
No, we generally don't do x-rays, but if it is life-threatening, then we put a lead shield and then we go ahead.
Okay. So, and CT scan, same for CT scan?
Yes, same for CT scan.
Okay. Is proning safe during pregnancy, Dr. Nadir?
Yes, it is. We are advising people to lie prone or on the lateral side, or either left or right, but more on the left side.
Okay. Can COVID-19 lead to birth defects, Dr. Malik?
No, there has not been any evidence that COVID infection will lead to teratogenicity in the babies. And there is also no evidence to the effect that COVID infection can go through breast milk. So we can safely give the breastfeeding also. And at the same time, there are no teratogenic effects. But since this infection can be transmitted to neonates, just about a fortnight back as a pediatrician, I have diagnosed a child who was just 2 months old with COVID. Since it is a respiratory infection, so I will like to advise that during the initial stages, the child should be isolated from the mother till the mother becomes non-infectious. Not because the COVID is going to go through breast milk, but because through the respiratory route. So it is important for us to isolate.
Right. While a woman is pregnant and if she contracts COVID, can the child develop COVID? And does the child then develop antibodies as well? Dr. Malik?
Yes,
Okay.
of course. If a mother is having COVID, the child can get infection. And no child, a 1 or 2 or 3 days old child, can get COVID from the respiratory route from the mother. But one thing is very good, and I will like to, it is pertinent to mention here. Generally, children, they are getting COVID, and more so in wave 2, but they are not getting sick. COVID has a protective this thing for children. So the children, they can get COVID and they will develop the antibodies over a period of time also.
Right. Dr. Nadir, will these
But
children...
we need to...
Will these children be born with antibodies then?
Yeah, they will be, because perinatal transmission is possible, and even they can contract during labor and delivery. And yes, antibodies should be there. Right, Dr. Malik?
Yeah. Dr. Nadir is absolutely right. Antibodies can be transferred to the mother, provided the mother had the infection about a month before the delivery. because antibodies, they take time for the mother to develop. So once they are developed, they can be transmitted to the baby.
Right. Very last question, and I'm completely out of time. Dr. Malik, how can newborn babies be protected from COVID, especially because they can't wear a mask?
Yeah, mask is not recommended below the age of 5 years. So these are clear instructions from the American Academy of Pediatrics. So what to talk, we can't give the mask to even the babies who are less than 5 years of age. So the only way to protect them is to obviously isolate them, and few visitors should go there to the baby. And the basic precautions all of us should take. It is a very important message which I will like to give to all the viewers.
Right.
Is please follow the COVID appropriate behavior to save our children, those who are vulnerable. 41% of the children are below the age of 15 years, 18 years in India. They are all vulnerable. For that matter, pregnant women are vulnerable because they are not being given vaccination. So we should all follow the COVID appropriate behavior to save them.
Very
that
important.
Is the best precaution.
It all really boils down to that. Dr. Nadir, very last comment from you. You know, are we lacking in India a comprehensive policy governing COVID-19 and pregnancy? You know, we heard that case study of Mr. Chawla. There was so much confusion on what treatment is safe, what is not safe. I mean, you've been kind enough to clarify a lot of that on the show. But are we lacking comprehensive policy on it?
No, we are not lacking. We know what to give. Steroids are safe. Oxygen is safe. We are using ivermectin. We are using azithral. But the trials have been left out on pregnant women, you know. Now, that is surprising because, you know, we have about 25 million pregnant women. And that has been left out. And we would urge the government to do something about it. Or, you know, get Moderna or Pfizer vaccines in the country, because our national and international federations, FOXI and FIGO, are really recommending vaccination during pregnancy.
All right. Well, thank you, doctors, very much for sparing your valuable time and answering all those questions. We sincerely hope this broadcast has been useful. Thank you for